What's going on, YouTube? Jay Sprigioni coming to you live from Jersey. May 20th. Going to bring you guys along for an update. Show you how some of the things are doing. Going to try to make it as short as possible. It usually drags on longer than I would hope it would, but I'm just going to try to show you guys a few things. Show you how some of the stuff is coming along, so you guys get that almost like a weekly update to see the progression of how things go. Everything has come up really. Everything's doing pretty well. We've had good weather. It's nice out today, about 70 degrees. Here's the thick lettuce patch. Beans are coming up through. Canopied out, so it'll be a nice lettuce ground cover and then beets at the top. This lettuce is growing a little slower because it's dense, but that's good because lettuce in the Permaculture Garden is just growing so fast I can't even keep up with it. We've got tomatoes and stuff planted on the Hugel Mound. They were planted later on the front side, so they haven't come up as quick yet, but there are a bunch of small ones when you go in there close. Broccolis that I had to replant are doing pretty good. They're under the shade, as well as this patch over here. Most of the day gets a shade from being underneath the mulberry tree. So we're getting that extra yield under the mulberry tree, but using that to our advantage, the shade, rather than fighting it. Just planting plants over here that like the shade. So things are doing good. Got little mini salads in there. Got lettuce, radishes, and dill, cilantro. So it's all that kind of polyculture. Good polyculture for you can eat them all together, and also they take care of each other well. I've been coming through and eating lettuce salads, grabbing a bunch of lettuce. It's great that it's the leaf lettuce because you just cut some and it grows right back. So that's awesome. Eat that little snack. I love this fresh cilantro. It's one of my favorite things. And I've been eating salads from here for the past 4 or 5 days. You can barely even tell. Here's where came through a couple days ago, 2 days ago maybe, and cut it all out, and it already all grew back. So I'm just gonna keep cutting through every day, cutting the top layer like I did over there yesterday, and getting fresh salads. And it's the best when it's at this younger stage like this. It's very sweet. Corn patch is doing pretty well. Some of these I think they're cantaloupes. I'm hoping they are either cantaloupe or some kind of squash. This lettuce is doing good, kind of shading out the dill, so I'll just come in and grab that. Have that snack, a little lettuce with some cilantro mixed in it. Maybe a little piece of dill too. Cherry tree's doing real well. Cherries are getting bigger. Should get some cherries at it this year. Hopefully the birds don't get them all. I'm thinking we should get some though, but I'm not counting my cherries before they're harvested. Potatoes are doing pretty good in here. And this little polyculture is doing good. You can see I've got beans surrounding the whole thing. Some raspberries. The raspberries my neighbor gave me are doing well. Starting to get some stalks on them. That one over there too. Got a bunch of them. There's a blueberry plant that we got really cheap last year. We thought it might have been dead, but came back to life kind of. So hopefully we get some good growth off it this year. Some little apples up here. Not many, but a few. Over here is doing well with the tomatoes and stuff. The tomatoes doing pretty good. Another one over there. Some little different kinds of mushrooms in here, which is always a good sign. More tomatoes in there. Tomatoes, carrots, they're always a great companion together. It's one of my foundational companion plantings. Carrots and tomatoes. Peas are doing pretty good. A lot of cilantro in here again. I also planted some other things, but not a lot of it has come up yet, so I'm going to be patient on that. Kind of lettuce just dispersed through here. I didn't plant it this year. It just self-seeded from last year. I actually went and picked up 3 of the sweet peppers, only because I didn't do a great job starting my peppers this year, and I wanted to try to get an earlier yield because my sister really likes to make salsa, so I got 3 different varieties, all sweet peppers. Spinach is doing a lot better than last year, which is good. Hopefully we can get a few more cooler days so that the spinach can really come through and get us a nice little harvest. Red romaine is doing good. There's also carrots mixed in here. Sunflower, which I didn't even plant. I didn't plant any sunflowers this year, but there's about 10 of them growing just from self-seeding. Always some tomatoes mixed in. Try to get that extra yield. Beans, kale. This pea patch is doing better. Should hopefully be getting some peas from here in about 2 weeks, which is good. Apple tree is loaded with apples. We got a little section over here where we got some blueberry bushes now. This one did it right. It's got a lot of good growth and it looks healthy, so that should be pretty good in the future. The one my neighbor gave us has got a lot of blueberries on it already and a lot of blooms, so we should hopefully get a nice yield out of that. This polyculture over here is doing good. Radishes, cucumbers, beans, and peas is across up the fence along with the cucumbers. Blackberry bush is doing good. Cut that back to just a little small stalk and it's just shot right back up. And this is what I just got from Lowe's the other day. I had to pick it up. $20 for this blueberry bush. Look at the size of it. There's a bee working on it right now. Pollinating. So, I mean, I'm thinking we're gonna get at least $10 worth of blueberries here, and the tree costs $20. So, by next year, the thing's gonna be paid off from the harvest, and it's just so healthy. Huge bush. $20. I was amazed that I had to get it. I was thinking about going to grab another one. You can't beat a price like that. And the bee's just working. Yeah, he's loving it just as much as I am. I can't say anything better about the strawberries. They're my favorite by far. I love the taste of them, and they're just so vigorous. Look at these things. Shooting runners all the way out to here. Hopefully, in a couple years, this whole entire garden surrounded around here is going to be all strawberries at the bottom. It's going to be great. A lot of strawberries. They're loaded. I wonder if you guys can see in there. Look at them, especially on the bricks. They love the bricks, the heat there. Getting that extra heat. A bunch of them back there. They're getting huge. Grapevines are doing great. Potatoes are doing good. I'm sure the garlic's probably ready to harvest soon. Getting more mushrooms everywhere, which is always a great sign. Lettuces and stuff, some polycultures mixed through. Some broccoli. Actually, this is some jewel weed I gotta get rid of. Just grab that real quick. Terrible for allergies, one of the worst plants for it. If you have allergies. Yep, strawberries are loaded, which is awesome. I couldn't be happier about that. Grapevines are doing real well over here. The Catawba grape, and then kind of had a little trouble with this one trellising it up over here. Gonna have to do a better job next year getting trellises ready for the grapevines, but it's something we'll work on. It's always something new to work on. The apple trees from seed are going berserk. They're going crazy. They got like a foot of tip growth just in this year. Look at these. All these lateral branches are all new growth. Just incredible. This is the huge apple tree over here. It's 2 years old, planted from seed. Within another 2 years, it's going to be about as big as the other trees we have. Here's the potato patch planted with whole potatoes, putting out so many shoots. We already came through and hilled them once. We're going to, I guess, hill them again, but they're doing real well. Here's some tomatoes that I had started inside. I'm going to leave them in these pots, move them around to where I want, try to get an early yield, a jump start on getting some tomatoes. We'll see how it does. Some of my peppers didn't do as well, as you can see. That's my fault, I know that. So things are doing well, guys. Wanted to give you a short update. Got peaches in the peach trees. This is the one I just picked up, but old peach trees have about 4 or 5 peaches in them. Hopefully we'll just get one from each to taste it, see what the variety's like. And this section is doing pretty well. This thick patch of tomatoes is doing good. Sorry for making it long like I always do, but it's tough to try to show you guys most of the things without doing it so quickly. Trying to give you guys a good view of how quickly things come up and come together. It's only been, I think, about less than a week, 6 days maybe, since I did the last update. And I'm sure you could, if you went back and checked, you could see a gradual increase in the size of everything. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for following along. Thanks for sticking around for the whole video if you did. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, if you like it, give me the thumbs up if you don't mind. I don't get anything from that, but I just know that I should continue making the videos if you guys are liking them. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for following along. James Prigioni's out.